Hi there, Ro here. Welcome to my channel, Ro Can Sew. In today's episode, I will be giving an overview of the 4 versions of cropped pants I sewed in the beginning of summer 2023 using the Simplicity 8841 sewing pattern. This video isn't really a pattern review nor a tutorial, rather it's a collection of still images of my sewing experience. In regards to the pattern, there were some minor changes I made for my wearing preferences. I will start off by acknowledging that I don't typically like elastic waist pants. I often find them bulky and uncomfortable around my midsection. As I was in need of a quick and easy sew, something casual and lightweight, falling somewhere between full-length pants and shorts, I chose this pattern from my collection and hoped the elastic wouldn't offend me. I traced the pattern, choosing view D, cropped length with cuffs. I altered the pieces to account for my short height. It wasn't until after cutting the fabric for the first pair that I realized the pattern I had traced out was one size too small according to my measurements and the size chart. Fortunately, there seemed to be enough ease in the pattern and the finished pants fit comfortably without being too snug. That said, I will admit that when I finished the first pair, I hated them. The elastic waist did in fact offend me, and I felt there was a bit too much fabric in the front crotch length, and I felt I could use a bit more in the back length. I removed the waistband along the front of the pants between the side seams and cut off roughly 1/4 to 1/2 inch at the center front of the finished pants, tapering to nothing at the side seams, and then reattached the waistband. I then found them to be more of a tolerable fit, so much so that I decided to transfer those adjustments to the pattern pieces, removing from the front, adding to the back, and then proceeded to make 3 more pairs. 2 more in heavyweight linen and 1 in a blue and white cotton linen blend for a total of 4 versions. Moving on to the construction. I chose to serge and press open the seams, though not my preferred seam finishing, as I wanted to allow for flexibility should adjustments be required, as I wasn't sure of the fit. Fortunately, no further adjustments were needed, and I finished all 4 pants in the same manner with the exception of the inner leg seams. After sewing the seam, I serged the seam allowances together and alternated the direction those seams faced when pressing to reduce bulk at the inner crotch junction. On the inside of the pants, I clipped into the front side seam allowance above and below the pocket, pressing the pocket seam allowance towards the back leg and pressing the remaining seams above and below the pocket open to reduce bulk. I top-stitched the pockets and the outer side seams in metallic thread, gold for the natural linen, copper for the brown, and silver thread for both the pink and blue pants. I will link below to the site regarding the metallic threads I purchased. On the outside of the pants, I top-stitched the seam allowances to keep them in place, stitching down the full length of the back leg of the side seam and stopping the stitching just above and below the pockets on the front leg of the side seams. The blue and white cotton linen blend fabric had such a pretty selvage which I wanted to make use of, so I simply sewed with a straight stitch and then again with a zigzag stitch in white thread to the pocket edges and the bottom hem cuffs. The stitches might not be the prettiest, but they don't offend me and have held up without incident through numerous washings. And that's it. Nothing fancy. Very casual pants with a tiny bit of sparkle. Hope you enjoyed this overview, and thanks so much for watching. I'll leave you with some images of how I wore them. Until next time, peace to you and yours. Bye.